Stone soup. It was an unusually tiring, cold winter. 3 travellers facing the icy cold wind appeared at a village. The villagers were afraid that these unfamiliar travellers might ask them for something, so they all quickly went home. The travellers felt as though cold wind was blowing from the villagers' hearts and crouched down even more. It didn't look like the closed windows and doors would open anytime soon. Just then, one of the travellers, who was very hairy, shouted, "If I just had a huge pot, some clear water, and a smooth stone, I would cook and eat a hot, delicious soup. What a shame." A man who was living in a house with a green roof heard this and came running out. "I have a very big pot. It's big and deep enough to cook a lot of soup in one go." The 3 travellers and the man from the green-roofed house lit a fire and put the pot over it. Meanwhile, a red gate creaked open and a young person came out. "Here is some clear, cool water." "Just then we'll need some smooth stones," said an old lady, as she came out of a house with a blue roof carrying the 3 stones. As they began to hear the water in the pot boiling, each of the villagers' ears began to prick up with expectation. "Right, now all we need is some meat to improve the flavour of the stone soup," shouted one of the 3 travellers, who was very short. As soon as he had finished saying this, a woman came out with plenty of meat. "If it's not enough, let me know. There's still plenty more at home." In a short while, an amazing stone soup will be ready. As the meat was put in the soup, a delicious smell began to waft towards the closed houses. Thanks to the warm smell, the doors, which were closed due to the cold wind, began to open one by one. Finally, the 3rd traveller, who had a long nose, began to speak, laughing. "What would go better with stone soup than some vegetables?" Immediately, without having to do anything, people came out with vegetables. Of course, you need potato in a soup. And splash, in went the potatoes. "What are you saying? You need courgettes to make a delicious soup." And splash, in went the courgettes. However delicious the stone soup may be, you must have some celery. I've got the best celery that I've thrown in my garden. And splash, in went the celery. And all the ingredients needed to make a delicious stone soup were collected in one place. As they stirred the soup to let it all mix nicely, a delicious smell of soup that they'd never smelt before wafted through the village. "Are you sure you don't need any lovely fresh bread to dip in the soup?" The child, together with his mother, took an armful of bread and approached the stone soup. "Of course, it would be better with some bread, wouldn't it? Please come, young one." The short traveller welcomed the child with a smile. Just as the smell of the delicious soup spread around, in the same way, a smile spread across each person's face. "Right, it's ready. Please come here and try some delicious stone soup." Everyone happily shared some of the delicious hot stone soup. "Thank you for the soup." "Wow, it's delicious." "My goodness, there are only 3 stones in the soup, but it's so tasty." "That's right, this is the first time I've tried such delicious soup." Thank you so much. Thanks to you, we've been able to try such delicious stone soup. The villagers enjoyed eating the delicious stone soup and gave their thanks to the hairy traveller, the short traveller, and the long-nosed traveller. No, it's really thanks to the ingredients which you all kindly gave that we've made the world's tastiest stone soup. The travellers ended up thanking the villagers who had opened their hearts to them. Thanks to a pot of stone soup, the villagers and the travellers